Hi guys, this is Jed with Remax Excalibur Realty. I just wanted to take a moment to make a quick video about what we're seeing in the market right now. And I thought that this was a really good example. My client was interested in seeing this property here on Grovers. And just to give you an idea, all these homes are located just north of Bell Road and west of Tatum. So if we take a look at this listing, this one was on the market about 5 days when it caught my client's eye. They had already had over 10 showings and they were expecting a couple offers, so we went and took a look at it. And it's a great looking home. There's a lot of work that has been done to the inside. They put granite in the kitchens, updated the cabinets. So overall it showed very well. And when my client asked how it was priced, and again at that time it was priced at $208,500. When it was listed new here, it was priced competitively. And so I showed him some of the other listings that had come up earlier that had closed. And for instance, this listing here is a bank-owned home. It was on the market a total of 37 days and sold for $216,000 cash back in October. And this is the same house, 1301 square foot, in the same Tatum Lane subdivision as the one that my client was looking at. Tatum Lane subdivision, 1301 square foot. So same floor plan, same house. And it was also in very similar condition. If we go look at the photos here. So yeah, still had the plantation shutters. This floor plan has a fireplace, granite counters. So yeah, pretty much the same house. So with this one going for $216,000 cash back in October, you get the sense that this house is going to have a lot of interest very quickly. So it did end up going pending, and if we look at the history here, that happened after only being on the market about 7 days. So it was listed new on 2/7, and status under 2/15 there changed to pending. And then for whatever reason it fell out of escrow, and when it came back on, it went to 212. It increased a little bit. And that tells me that there were likely multiple offers. They took the highest offer, and they anticipated getting even more offers when they went back out on the market, so they put it up a little higher. And then if you look at a few of the other homes in this neighborhood, this home came up on the market slightly after that, was on the market a total of 7 days at a list price of $200,000, and is now under contract only accepting backup offers. So anything that's priced right in this market right now is going extremely quickly. These obviously are priced right because they're priced below a recent sale of $216,000 that was sold back in October. The interesting thing we're seeing in this market right now is with bank-owned homes, a lot of them are being listed well above the market value, and they're doing very drastic price adjustments. So a good example of that I found was this home, again, 1301 square foot in Tatum Lane subdivision. And if we go into the listing history, we can see that when it was listed new back in November, it was listed for $247,000. Now that's quite a bit higher than that recent closed sale here for $216,000. And that was consequently the same bank that listed and sold it back in October. So when they were preparing this home here, that likely was able to be used for a comp for this home here. And again, it started out at $247,000, and it was on the market for quite a while without any type of price adjustment here, and then went under contract on the 10th, blew out, so changed there on the 16th, and then they did a huge price reduction to $210,000 on the 28th, and then sure enough, 2 days later it went pending on the 30th of January at that $210,000 mark. And that makes sense. We see the $216,000 that closed here. And another thing that we're seeing right now, which is kind of bizarre, is short sales that are listed, and they're going on the other extreme and listing very, very low. Now this home is actually larger square footage. And you think, well, 191, that's not too much lower, especially considering there's no photos. It's probably, pretty interesting looking inside, which it is. I've been in this one. But the thing that's interesting about this and why I included it is when it was listed new, it was listed for $140,000 back in November. So we have this recent closed sale of a 1301 square foot home for $216, but then we have this bizarre $140,000 listing that's a larger square foot home. And then what happens is these the listing agents list these really low, and they do that to try to get an offer pretty quickly. Once they get an offer, they can start the negotiation with the bank, and they change the they must have been negotiating with the bank at this price, and then got a response from the bank saying, this 140 is not going to work. We need to go to 191. And that's what they're indicating on this listing here, is that the 191 is a bank approved price. But even that is still pretty low, and even in the condition it's in, it will likely get an offer here pretty soon. So anyway, I just thought that, and I put this listing under here to show you what a similar square footage home sold back again in October for cash at $226. So I think that this one will likely attract someone at the bank approved price of $191. So anyway, I just thought that was interesting. The listing strategies, of some that come up really high and then adjust down to market value, and sometimes blow past market value and create a buying frenzy. Others that list below market, being the short sales, and often come back out on the market at a much higher price, closer to market value. And then the ones that are listed right from the start, who have multiple offers after just a few days on the market, and are very difficult to get into unless you have cash or you're really quick on the draw to get in there, see the home, and write your offer. Anyway, I hope this helps. If I see any other good examples of what's going on in the market right now, I'll make another video. And if you have any requests, please let me know. My contact information is actually right down here, so you can give me a call or you can shoot me an email. And I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks a lot.